making sure that the capital project authorizations from the Common Council are always above what's expected, sends a little bit of the wrong message, in part because if I were bidding on a project, the first thing I would look at is what does the Common Council authorize in order to peg what am I going to bid. And I don't think the two things are independent. I think, in fact, if we go out with a $200,000 project versus a $180,000 project, we will likely get higher bids because there's $200,000 authorized. And so I'm a little bit worried of the message that we're sending both the broader taxpaying public, but more specifically to the folks who are going to be bidding.
If it was that clean, though, it's not. There are many factors. Some of this is concrete work. Some of it is prep work. Yeah. So, and some of it's a straight purchase. So, if you were a bidder or supplier of bleachers and you bid right up to the $200,000, there's no way you're getting that job because there's probably about $150,000 worth of bleachers. The rest of it is concrete work. So the overall project does not give you that good an idea of what your piece would cost, and we don't normally release that. So exactly for the reason you're saying. Well, so that's internally done in engineering, and we know what what it is that how we break it out, and we have to obviously have a little contingency. There are always things that come up. Maybe we're going to excavate and we hit rock in one spot, and now you have to move it a little bit or something. Field conditions are
I've never felt that the Common Council is slow to act on things.
Oh, no, I didn't mean...
Yeah, no, I know you were there. I'm always of the impression that, in fact, we're often very quick to act to things. So it's not a concern to me, but admittedly I'm in a different position than commissioners and departments in terms of willingness to come back to the Common Council. To me, is not something I particularly fear.
But it may just be the way that the meetings are scheduled. So, you could have to wait 3 weeks.
And a month or 3 weeks might make a difference in ordering these. They might not come in the time when you need them. That would be the issue here. We're in a tight time frame.
It's just the timing of our meetings.
Yeah, just a point. I would rather give it, way back when in the first term back in the late 80s, early 90s, there was an example where there was that kind of boxing in of a project, and it cost a lot because of the timing. My sense is that over the years, the professionals in the city of White Plains and how they've worked this, I would much rather give the flexibility or the wherewithal to the crew, the commissioners and give them, if they think it's going to, gives them that little bit of latitude. I would much rather do that than play around and possibly cost in terms of timing and so forth, because we're on a really, really tight timetable. It's not just the council meetings. So I would much prefer to give the flexibility to the commissioners and the other people, give them that room to operate. That's how I feel.
If we are in a tight concern time, I think that we should not be. So we have a whole year to really think about projects instead of bringing projects that they need them to be approved in a rush. I think that then here between us, these project approvals needs to be seen with enough time for us really to look at them, study them, digest them, and come with recommendations. I mean, I don't see the need of approving things in a rush. That's the first thing. The other thing is that I agree with Commissioner Nicoletti. I mean, usually in construction, you prefer to be over and then value engineer, which is what we all have in our mind when we do estimating, than to do the other way around, than put it low and then ask the contractor to add. Because in the construction business, putting is always more expensive than taking away. So that's the way it goes. So, and it's very, very difficult to be just on the dollar. And these companies, like bleachers, they know where to cut, if the seats are going to be with a bull nose or if they're going to be a straight edge or whatever. They know how to come on budget if the budget from at the beginning was done.
And they're competing against each other too, so that keeps them honest.
Just one point, if I could, just that, having spent the time I did on the Recreation Advisory Council now and having been around a while,